Hello viewers, welcome to Kids Auto and Truck Repair. We are at the new shop and I would like to give you a tour of my new shop. Now, before I give you a tour of my new shop, I would like to thank you all for your love and support. When I read the comments on the last video that I uploaded, the comments really touched my heart. I was really humbled by your words. I was humbled by your kind words, and thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your support. After reading the comments on that video, I realized that some of you would like to see the shop where I'm at, and some of you also wanted to show you how I was going to set up this shop. But unfortunately, I already did set up most things that I have, so I didn't film that process, so I apologize if you wanted to see that. When I moved over here, I already had a couple cars that I brought here that I was working on. So I was working on cars during the day and I was organizing the tools and the equipment at night. And I was very tired while I was doing that. So when I'm tired, I don't like to film. So I'm sorry if you wanted to see that. Hopefully when we rearrange things in the future, I will turn on the camera and show you. Now, I want to talk about how I got to this shop, and then we're going to start with the tour. So this shop, he's a friend of mine. So I know the owner of this building. He's a friend of mine. When I was getting ready to leave Kaleva, my plan was leaving at the end of the winter because that was going to be when I was going to reach my 10-year block. So my deadline that I gave myself was working for Kaleva for 10 years. After 10 years, I was going to leave and go start my own business. And I told you why in the previous video. So as the 10-year mark was approaching, I was planning and preparing myself to leave. I found a shop here in Frederick. There's a gentleman I know. He has a bunch of warehouses here in Frederick. He owns a shop that's 15 minutes away from here. He told me that that shop was going to open at the end of the winter. So I planned around that shop. But the end of the winter came around, that shop was not open. So I went back to the owner of that shop and asked him why. He told me that the other mechanic that was renting that shop was dragging his feet, so he couldn't kick him out. He gave him 2 more months. So I went back to my employer. Now, mind you that I already told my employer that I was going to leave at the end of the winter. So I went back to them and said, hey, the shop I had been waiting for is not open. So they told me to wait 2 months. And they said, sure, if you want to stay for 2 more months, that's fine. So I waited 2 more months and the shop was still not open. And then my employer was trying to figure out if I was going to leave or if I was going to stay. So they said, are you leaving or are you staying? Because at that point they were planning for the summer, because the summer is the busiest time for Kaleva. So they wanted to know if I was going to stay on the team or if I was going to leave. Now, I was determined to leave because I already gave myself a deadline. I said, 10 years, I'm not doing any more time here, I gotta go. So I was not finding a shop, and my employers at Kaleva, they were very kind to allow me to stay 2 more months while I was finding a shop. They said, well, if you wanna work in the shop, just, yeah, it's fine. You can stay in the shop while you're looking for a shop. So I stayed while I kept looking. I mean, most employers will not allow that, but they allowed me to stay in the shop. So I was working during the day, and then at night I was making phone calls, driving around, trying to find a shop. Now, at that point, that's when I realized that finding a shop was not as easy as I thought. Because at first I thought, once I'm ready, I'm gonna prepare myself physically, mentally, financially. I need to have enough saved up for my bills and everything. And once I'm ready, I can just go find a place and rent and then open up a shop. Well, I was wrong. I should have started looking for a place a lot sooner than that. So I called a couple of realtors, I called people I know, I couldn't find a shop. And that guy kept telling me to wait and wait and wait. So then I called my friend, Jack, who owns this shop. I know he knows a lot of people in the Frederick area, so I called him to see if he could help me find a shop. When I called him, he said, sure, I'll make some phone calls. So I called him, I told him that, hey, I need to leave. I already put in pretty much my 1 month notice to leave Kaleva, but the shop I had been waiting for is not open. I gotta leave. So help me find a shop. So he made some phone calls. We called some people. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a shop. And then he called me back and said, no, actually, he didn't call me back. I came to visit him. I said, dude, I need to leave. It's time for me to go. I can't find a shop. Like, what do I do? He said, well, guess what? Why don't you rent half of my shop? You can rent half of my shop while you're waiting for the other shop to open up, or while you're looking for another shop. So I had already been in this shop, so I knew how big his shop was. He told me that he wasn't as busy as he used to be. So what my friend does is he actually installs lights on police cars. So all the fancy lights you see on police cars, that's what he does. And he's really great at electrical and electronics. Now, I had done some work for him in the past. I mean, I still do. When his car breaks down, he brings it to me. When his wife's car or his kids' cars break down, he brings them to me. And we're good friends. We go to the same church. So I know the guy very well. So he said, why don't you come rent half of my shop while you're waiting for that shop to open, or until you get your own spot? I said, sure. So I came, looked at it. The shop is pretty big. I love it. He said, yeah, you can use this side of the shop. So this can be your side. And then I can use that side over there. And if you want to use the other lift, there's another lift over there that I'm going to show you. If you want to use that lift, you can use it too. So you can be here for now until you find your own spot. So I was so excited. I went back to my employer at Kaleva. I said, guys, I found a shop, so I'm going to leave next month. So that's how we got here. My friend, actually, the owner of this shop, he has a tow truck. He came and picked up my tools on his tow truck and brought them here. So that's how I got here. Now, there's something I want to mention that some of you said on the comments on the video that I uploaded very recently. Some of you thought maybe I was mistreated, maybe I wasn't paid well, that's why I left. No, I was well treated at Kaleva, I was paid well. I left because I told you the reason, because I wanted to leave. I gave myself a deadline. 10 years was how long I was going to work for them, and then I was going to leave. Actually, my former boss just came in this morning. He brought me some drinks over here, so he came to see the shop. He was here, we were talking earlier. So, you know, I love those guys. They helped me out tremendously, and we're in good terms. They actually even told me that they will be working with me. If they need my services, they're going to send their vehicles to my shop. So, you know, just so you know, and hopefully they will do that. But I would like to thank you for supporting me and being here. Because as soon as I got here, I had some cars that I brought from the Kaleva shop that were customers' cars that I had to work on. And also, as soon as I got over here, I got very busy from the get-go. I thought I was going to be a little bit slow the first 2 or 3 months, but I guess God had a different plan for me. I believe in God. Jesus Christ is my Savior. I'm a Christian. So I prepared myself as much as I could, but miracles happened. I mean, even coming to this shop, this is not how I had planned. My plan was different, but you know, sometimes they say things don't always go the way you plan, and this is one great example of it. So I was preparing myself. I told myself I gotta market, I gotta, you know, do marketing, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But as soon as I got here, just from friends, family members, a lot of you on YouTube, a lot of our subscribers on YouTube reaching out, bringing your trucks here, your vehicles here. You know, I've been getting a lot of emails from you wanting to set up appointments to bring your vehicles here. So I got busy as soon as I got here. So as soon as I got here, I had so many cars outside. So I was fixing cars, filming. I didn't stop filming though. So I'm still filming. I'm still making videos. What I like is that in this shop, I can film during the day. So I don't have to film at night all the time. And I'm not filming at night. So I'm filming during the day as I'm going. You know, I've done this for a little while. So I'm starting to get faster. So I'm starting to film a little faster as I'm going. So I'm filming during the day and I'm loving it. I have already shot a couple of videos, actually, a good number, and you will love seeing them. I can't wait to upload those videos. So this is how I got here. This is the shop. Once again, Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. So now let's start the tour. Here is the entrance to our shop. So when you come in our shop, this is what you're gonna see. This is the front counter. My friend Jack sits here sometimes, but usually his son, Xander, sits over here. So he's kind of like our service rider. So when you come through the door, you're gonna find Xander, and he's gonna ask you if you're here for Kids Auto and Truck Repair or my tires. So if you're here for me, he's gonna call me from the shop, or if you're just dropping off the car really fast, he's gonna take the key from you and write down on a piece of paper why you're dropping off the vehicle, and then he's gonna let me know so I can pick up the car from the front and drive it around the shop. I love Xander. He's a great kid. He's very kind and very helpful. He loves interacting with people, and he's a good communicator. Like he has great skills, and he's been really helping me out. So you're gonna find him right here at the front counter. Now, most of the time when people come, they wanna see me. So once you come in, he's gonna call me, and then I can come out. We can chat a little bit, and after that, I have to get back in the shop so I can continue working. And then we have refreshments over here. We got drinks here, and then this is our waiting area. So if you wanna wait while I'm working on your car, you can sit over here. We have this machine that plays music, so you can pick a song and it's gonna play it for you. Now, customers usually just drop off their vehicles and leave. They don't usually wait, but if you decide to wait, this is where you're gonna sit down. We have more drinks in this machine. We have a TV over here that you can watch to keep you entertained. And then we have bathrooms over here. So on the right side, this is employees' bathrooms. So this is for us. And then this is customers' bathrooms. As you can see, it's really nice and clean. And then we have two showrooms. There's one big showroom over here. I'm gonna show you this last. There's a small showroom over here. This is where my friend displays tires. So my friend, he's a tire distributor. So any tire you need, he can get it for you. Okay, look how cool this is. Okay. And if you're coming from YouTube, when you come over here, if you're coming from far, I can give you a tour also. So he has tires over here on display. So pretty neat. Now this is truck bed covers. So if you want to cover the bed of your truck, you can talk to my friend Jack, and he can hook you up really well. Picture this covering up the bed of your truck. So all of this is stuff that he can get for you. Okay, so he also sells wiper blades, batteries. Now, this video is not sponsored by my friend, okay? I'm just showing you what he does, and he's been a good friend to me. So I wanted to show what he does over here. Maybe somebody in our community might be interested in what he does. So he has more lights over here, more LED lights that he sells. So this area is still being organized. Now, he also does lift kits. So if you have a Jeep that you want to lift, he can do that for you. He sells these bright bulbs. So if you want lights, bright lights on your truck, he can hook you up. Again, more truck bed covers. Okay. So LED lights. So when it comes to light, my friend, he's the beast. He's the best. He does great work. So all these lights that you see over here on police cars, this is what he does. And he's really great at it. Okay, so this is pretty much the entrance to our shop. This is where I'm gonna be for now. And then to get to the shop, we have to go through this door. So we're just gonna walk straight to this door, Then we're gonna open this door. There's another door behind that door. And then this takes us to the shop. So just like that, this is the shop. So here is the full view of the shop. So I'm gonna be here for a little while until I find my own shop, hopefully very soon. Okay, so I'm using that half of the shop. So we have two big lifts over here, an alignment machine. Now my friend is really into old cars, so these two cars are his. Now this is a BMW that I'm working on. This is a customer's BMW. So this is my stuff over here. So pretty much from this point back over here is my spot. I'm gonna show you my tools first, and then I'm gonna take you to that side of the shop. So some of you have seen this toolbox. This is a tool cart that I have / toolbox. So this is my main toolbox. Some of you have seen this. So this is kind of my shop office here. I have my laptop right here. I'm using TechMetric as a shop management system. I have my Autel scan tool, Snap-on scan tool. I love Autel. You have seen me use this. You've seen me use these scan tools. Okay, so toolbox. And then I have more tools over here. We got some hardware right here, bolts, nuts, washers. Okay, and then this is my other toolbox. This toolbox was actually behind me on the previous video. I'm sure you will remember this toolbox. Okay, and then I have a shelf over here. I got fluids, more tools, more stuff. Okay, now this BMW over here is a friend's, so he's buying it, and he told me to check it out for him before he buys it. And then also I bought this AC machine, so I got a brand new AC machine. So if you need some AC work, we can do it for you. Okay, so this is pretty much the shop. And then we have Zach over there. Zach is our tire expert. Yeah. So Zach is my friend's son, so Jack's son. Okay, so this is the BMW that I'm gonna check really soon. We have a torch. So Zach and his dad are putting lights in this Jeep, right, Zach?
Yeah, a couple little lights here for a fire guy, so they're red, white.
Awesome.
And then some LEDs up there, just white ones.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Really cool. So just like I said earlier, my friend Jack actually lifts up Jeeps. So if you want a lift kit on a Jeep, my friend Jack is the guy you want to talk to. Actually, they just put lift kits on a Ford Bronco. Was that a Bronco, right?
Yeah, it was a Bronco.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. You lifted it, and now he's putting lights on this one. And this is gonna look great after they're done, okay? So, and then we got tire machine, actually a couple machines. There's that machine over there. There's another one right there. We have a tire balancer. Okay, so Zach does all the tires. He can just look at the tire and then it changes itself. So yeah, Zach is amazing. So tires, you know, you need a tire, we got you. Okay, tire machine. Okay, and then we put nitrogen in these tires. And then over here, we have a tire machine. Okay, so if you need alignment, we got you covered. All right, so this is pretty much the shop. So if you have any questions, if you want to check us out, give us a call, send us an email, and then we will take care of you. Okay, so Jack is gonna get you covered on tires and alignment, and I will get you covered on everything else. Electrical, mechanical, brakes, inspection, anything, you name it, we will do it. Okay, so this is pretty much the shop. So now let's go outside so I can show you what we have outside the shop. So let's go outside so I can show you what we got. So here is where I'm parking all the vehicles that are here for me for service. So we're gonna do some cleaning. This vehicle is gonna get moved. We're gonna clean up this area. But for now, here is where I'm parking my vehicles. So I have this VW here. This VW came for state inspection. So we inspected it, it's ready to go. The customer is gonna pick it up this morning. And then I have this Ram. This truck actually came from the dealer. It's not going over 5 miles an hour. The customer told me that the dealer told him to replace the entire exhaust system. He told me that the dealer said it needs a DPF, the SCR, and the DEF injector, and all kinds of parts. So he wanted a second opinion. He brought it to me so I can fix it. Actually, I'm filming all the repairs that we're performing on this truck. So you will see this truck on the channel very soon. And then we have this Acura over here. This Acura has a noise coming from the back. I believe that noise is coming from the rear wheel bearings, but we're gonna have to do more testing to confirm if this Acura needs bearings. And then we have a cute little truck over here. This is a Nissan Datsun. So this Datsun needs some work. It needs tires and a tune-up, and then it also needs some exhaust work. So this is what I have here so far. And then we have a Sprinter over here. This Sprinter is losing power. So I'm gonna fix this Sprinter. The Sprinter is gonna come in the shop tomorrow, so we're gonna fix this. And then I have a BMW Z3 over here. We're putting a head gasket in this. So this is pretty much what we have here at the shop. We're gonna clean up this area. We're gonna make it look a lot nicer. This is where we're gonna be parking our vehicles. Okay, so this is what we have in our parking lot. So now let's go back in the shop. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna leave this right over here. That was the tour of our shop. So I hope you liked this video. Once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I can't wait to see some of you. Thank you to those of you that are bringing your vehicles to us for service. I appreciate you all. I hope you like this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumb down. But if you do, you gotta tell me why so we can make better videos in the future. If this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. If you have any comments, questions, criticism, leave them in the comment box. Thanks for watching. See you next time.